What's up? What's up? What's up? Robert Welkner here from CoinOpTV with the CoinOpTV Podcast, live and interactive. We're streaming live. We're going to talk about Rocket League, Disney, Lego Disney figures that are out now in the wild. Talk a little bit about Disney Infinity 3.0 and other things like that. It's live. It's interactive. We have a chat room. So if you're in the chat room and you want to chat, chat away and play nice though, so we don't have to give you a timeout. I have a special guest, a buddy of mine, Abe from DisKingdom. Now, DisKingdom is a website, and they do a podcast, they have a YouTube channel, and all kinds of things like that, talking about Disney, Star Wars, other things like that, Marvel as well. So let me click it over to you, Abe. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah, man. How's it going, everybody? As Rob said, it's me, Abe. We definitely represent a lot of the Disney collectibles and video games and whatnot. So, yeah, check us out if you want. Also, I like doing some gameplay. I know we did some gameplay at your place, Rob, the other day. So when Battlegrounds came out. So, yeah, no, we love gaming. It's cool. I'm happy to be here with you.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. This is kind of a new thing. This is the third podcast. Got some new gear, trying to get my face and interactive with the people out there. I see some people popping up on stream. We'll give a quick shout out. FC203, Blu-ray Dan is in the house. Jose, Perfect Darkness, James, Jesse, Game. A lot of people who watch me live streaming in the day are in there. So that's great to see. eGamer as well. He was watching last night when me and Lim were on talking, so that was cool.
What's up, everybody?
So yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you said James and Jesse joined. Is it like Team Rocket from Pokemon? What's up, everybody?
So the first thing I want to start off with is let's talk Rocket League. There we go. So Rocket League, soccer meets driving. Now we've got they got the Rocket League Hoops was sort of released this week. Rocket League Hoops, which gives players the officially licensed NBA flag pack with 30 NBA teams, in-game flags that go on the cars, and there's also a new arena called the Dunk House, where the net can be used as a ramp for the ball. Now we've got sort of the golden age of basketball now. It's like Kobe just retired. The Golden State Warriors are on a tear, and now Rocket League Hoops is upon us. Now I haven't played Rocket League, but we've had some review on my CoinOpTV website. But Abe here is a Rocket League guy. So what do you think of Hoops?
Well, I mean, I'll get into Hoops in a second. Let me just quickly say that I was never into Rocket League when it came out. I was completely opposed because I just thought, like, who wants to just drive cars and play soccer? I thought the idea was kind of dumb. I played it once and I was completely hooked. It's actually a lot more fun than it sounds. So yeah, if anybody has not played Rocket League, you will love it. So definitely try it out. But anyways, the Hoops DLC that came out recently. Aside from now you're playing basketball instead of soccer, they also released some items, some unlockables that you can put on your car, new antenna balls, hats, and some patterns and whatnot. But it's definitely a challenge because usually when you're playing the soccer game, you can just hit the ball head on, and you don't really have to do the aerial tricks or the bicycle kicks or whatnot as much. But now, because you have to actually aim for this hoop, it's definitely a little bit more challenging, and it's really fun. They don't start the ball in the middle of the actual court, and they actually just do a complete jump ball, just like as if you were playing basketball. And you can use your boost power to just rocket yourself up to it and try to shoot it from there. But it's definitely a lot of fun. And right now I've been playing a lot of 2 versus 2. I don't know if they're going to make it where you can play more than that. Other than that, though, it's definitely something you got to try out. It's great online gameplay too. So you don't have to have somebody over to play with you, or you can invite friends to your party and play with them as well. But it's definitely a lot of fun, man. I'm surprised you still haven't tried it.
Yeah, it's one of these things. We did a review when it was out for the PC, and then when they released it for console, I emailed the PR and I was like, "Hey, send me a code." People are asking me to stream some Rocket League, and I never heard back. So
I gotcha.
yeah, I just haven't really jumped on it. So what is like the juice of the thing that like really kind of grabs, or what makes Rocket League so appealing to people?
Well, here's the thing. I think at first, when you think about driving a car and just hitting a ball into a goal, it sounds like, sounds boring. It doesn't sound like it's entertaining. But you have these little tokens in the middle of the field that gives you boost power, and you basically can literally just hit your boost and go insanely fast. You can jump up in the air, do aerial tricks with your vehicle, and you end up really kicking the ball like a professional soccer player would. Like, you curve the ball, you can spin it or do a bicycle kick in the air. So at that note alone, made the game a bit more appealing for me. But then on top of it, you can really, if you know how to time it right, you can double jump and hit your boost, and you can almost like just take off like a rocket, and like you're actually flying with this vehicle and do these insane aerial kicks with the ball. And it's just a fun game. And then on top of it, it's an online competitive game where you can play 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, up to 4 people, 4 versus 4. And just imagine all these people going crazy in cars trying to hit this giant ball into this goal. I think the online gameplay made it very addicting, because you end up playing with players who are very, very competitive, some that are easy. The computer will actually place you in a game that has similar players to your level. Aside from that, you can personalize your vehicles. There's different types of vehicles. There's different skins you can put on them. Then they actually have accessories. You can wear hats. You can put these weird antenna balls. You can actually have on your boost power, you can have this little trail come out. Like, instead of just smoke or fire, you can also have like money coming out and coins, or you can have like a Tron beam. You can have the one I've been using is like I think it's like a bunch of flowers. One of them is like grass. I like the one where it kind of looks like you're playing in a video game. It's all digitized. I mean, it's really cool. So you can definitely personalize your vehicles. And on top of it, there's DLC you can buy themed to movies. Like, there's the Back to the Future pack. There's the Batman vs. Superman pack. And then I think they just released an off-roading one, which looks kind of interesting. But to tell you the truth, it's just all those aspects added up makes the game so fun. And it's very addictive. Like, if you're bored, you don't know what to do, you can just pick up the game and you can just play for hours. It's just so much fun.
Sweet. All right, I'm sold. I'll have to get myself a PS4 code. We got some comments in chat. Jesse says, I love Rocket League. And then Jose says, Rocket League for NBA is so awesome, but kind of hard to score. So have you played the hoops yet? Have you gotten on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, once it came out, I got on it. It's difficult at first because you have to get used to the way you have to hit the ball. Like, for example, instead of having the open goal like you would in soccer, they have like this ramp up that leads up to the hoop. And only the ball goes up to the ramp. Like, if you drive your car, you go through it. It's only the ball that'll go up. But if you know how to hit, like, make the aerial kicks or whatnot that you do with the vehicle, you can easily shoot a hoop. Like, there's been so many games where on the jump ball, I've scored a hoop several times because I time my double jump and my boost. And so I'm literally rocketing off right into the ball, and it just goes right in. So it's all about timing, and definitely a lot of kind of like almost simultaneously jumping and hitting your boost at the same time. So it'll give the ball a little bit of a hop instead of just a straight on. So, but it's fun. It's definitely more challenging for sure. But like I said, it's just a cool new way to play. I mean, they introduced the hockey puck a while back, and that was okay because the puck was uncontrollable. But the hoops is a lot of fun. I think that one's my favorite one. Sweet.
All right, I think you're selling some people. Somebody in chat said Timmy Toucan said, should I play Rocket League? So I think you sort of answered that question.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's fun.
And then James said to answer people in chat. So yes, I'm reading chat and I'm looking at the chat to read chat.
He's trying to do it simultaneously.
Yeah, I'm running the controls. I'm doing a lot of things with this. And Gamer Family says, nice to see Abe's collection behind him. Wow, so you're a big Disney Infinity person. We're going to talk some Disney Infinity in a little bit. We are going to talk some Disney since this is Abe's a Disney. Is it safe to say that you're a Disney? Is it safe to say that you're a Disney expert? Or fan?
I want to say I'm a hardcore fan. I don't know if I'm an expert because I know I'll miss a few, like really technical questions, but I definitely know a lot. So, I mean, especially the theme parks too, as well, movies and whatnot. But yeah, no, I love Disney stuff. So
Nice, nice. All right, let me get to our next topic. Everybody's behaving well, so that's nice. So, if you guys didn't know, there's the Lego Disney Minifigs that are. I think they were supposed to actually be released in May 2016, but
correct.
it seems like stores have them now, and people have them.
Yeah.
I've been seeing some videos, some unbagging, some unboxing videos. So it's 18 figures total, blind bags. I believe the retail price is about $5.
Right.
We get. Let me run down. You get Alice, Ariel, Donald, Daisy, Buzz Lightyear, Cheshire Cat, Captain Hook, Aladdin, Mickey, Minnie, Genie, Alien, Stitch, Mr. Incredible, Syndrome, Peter Pan, Maleficent, and Ursula. What do you think of that lineup, Abe?
Well, I'm also a Lego fan, so I definitely love minifigs. Usually the minifig packs would come in like a series of 12, or sometimes you get the 14, even the 16. But it's kind of unheard of to see an 18 one. So, first off, to see an 18 minifig series come out is awesome. But then on top of it, it's Disney, which is something I love. Yeah, I was totally hooked. I know they've been out in the wild. They've kind of been good. I didn't want to go out and buy them now. I wanted to wait. I told myself I was going to get them in May. So definitely going to be picking some up. I'm excited to get that Stitch. That Stitch looks really awesome.
Yeah, Stitch looks nice. He's a good one.
Yeah. And I'm also a Mickey Mouse fan, so I wouldn't mind to have my Lego Mickey as well. So yeah, that would be kind of cool. But no, yeah, it's a great series. Definitely am hoping they continue and do another series. Obviously the humanoid looking ones, they look like Lego figures. That's the way Lego does them. I know apparently, I think Buzz had a different head before and previous series and whatnot. But no, I like these. Definitely, I'm excited for them. Even Donald looks awesome too.
So I got an image up now. I'm sharing. If you had to pick three, let's say the first three that you're hoping to get. Do you have some favorites? I'm saying, like, right off the bat, I think Genie really stands out to me. I like the way he's posed.
Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think I would like Stitch. I would definitely enjoy getting Ursula, actually, because I like the style of her fig on the bottom, and probably Buzz Lightyear. And the only reason why I say that is I have like I said, some other mini fig series, and the Genie one, it's sort of recycled, like the actual model itself. I mean, I know this was like the Disney Genie version. But I do have a few genies though. And then I believe there's also like a mermaid one too. So Ariel looks kind of common as well to me. But either way though, I'm excited for all of them, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind having one of each. But yeah, if I can, Ursula looks so unique on the bottom in my opinion. I know there's been a Buzz out before, but again, I wouldn't mind him because he's such a cool looking figure. So, but yeah, no, it's a cool series.
Let's see what we got in chat here. We got some Infinity Fan 80 says Mickey, Syndrome, and Stitch.
Yep.
Psy Gaming says Stitch, Buzz, and Syndrome. The Syndrome Maleficent really stand out to me.
Yeah,
a lot. I mean, that cape, the way they have Maleficent looking, she just looks a little tall. Her cape and everything.
Yeah.
Danielle says Buzz. I'm assuming Buzz Lightyear. Ozzy says Stitch, Cheshire Cat, and Mr. Incredible. And Psy Gaming says Stitch is adorable too. So we got a good little discussion in chat on that. Is there any tips? So these are Abe, these are mystery packs that you gotta feel them up.
Absolutely.
Are you a pro at the feeling? Do you have any tips?
Well, definitely look at your shapes as far as you see your figure, and obviously if you look at Ariel in the bottom, you can see it's like a unique shape. So you can always feel for that. You definitely it's harder to find the simpler ones, kind of like it's gonna be hard to distinguish Donald and Daisy. It's gonna be a little difficult to distinguish between I think Peter Pan and Aladdin and even Alice, you just got to be really good with the the hats. But no, definitely look at your the shapes. Like Maleficent will be easy because she has like the triangle bottom. If you look at at the side, you can see that the bottom piece is kind of almost like a triangle. Ursula is going to be easy as well. Genie will probably be simple as well. And Buzz, if that is how he comes in the pack, he's probably going to be the easiest one to find because of the wings. But definitely don't feel ashamed to feel these packs when you go to the store. Definitely, it's not frowned upon. Actually, if you even go to a Lego store, they encourage you to do so. So definitely, if you're looking for your favorite one, just go ahead and feel the pack, and hopefully you get the one you want.
Yeah, and there's always going to be people with some doubles. There's always going to be eBay. In Los Angeles, we actually have the Lego Con and stuff that I go to, and in the summer, I think, in Pasadena, and usually there's like a lot of extra Legos there for not so much. That's how I got like Homer and Marge Simpson and a few Star Wars. I got the droids there. I know you're like a Lego guy. How big of a Lego collector are you? What's in your collection?
I mean, I have a few of them. I mean, I can try to move this around so you can see, like, I have my Simpsons ones right there. I have a few of the Simpsons ones.
Nice.
Then let's see, what else do I have over here? I know I have my my Marvel ones back there. I don't know if you can see them. It's kind of hard because I'm moving this laptop. I have a few sets. I don't buy the ginormous sets because I just really don't have any room for them. But no, I have like Hulkbuster. I have some of the Star Wars ones. Like I have Anakin's. I think from Episode 3 that speeder that he's flying in space with Obi-Wan, and yes, I have a few. But I do like playing the Lego video games as well. So yeah, just a huge Lego fan. But I didn't even know about this Lego Con though, so I have to get more details from you for this summer. That'd be awesome to go to.
Oh yeah. It's I'll tell you about it. It's small. It's like Pasadena Convention Center, and I think it's only been around for a couple of years. It's fairly new. I can't remember what the official name is. It's not Lego. It's like Brick World or something like that.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, you can't. Nobody can use the Lego thing. People are saying in chat they're really discussing what time it is. There's a lot of people, I guess, on the East Coast, Canada and the East Coast. Yeah. Like, it's 11 o'clock, it's late, I can't stay up and stuff like that. For Abe and I, it's like 8:20 or so in Los Angeles, and I'm trying to figure out. This is a new thing, trying to figure out like a good time for when people are around and available, and when my other friends are around and available too. What time do you guys usually live stream with your podcast?
See, for Roger and I, we have to actually do our podcast in a unique time. For me, it's 11:15 p.m. It is 7 a.m. for Roger because he's out in the UK. So it's honestly the best time we can do it because I'm about to go to sleep and he's barely waking up. So it allows us to do our daily tasks, to take care of our own stuff. But then we can fit in the podcasts that way. But when it comes to our videos and stuff, usually we do our own separate recordings and we put them up on the website. But yeah, so no, I mean, honestly, podcasts usually it's around this time is the best time to do it because I believe other podcasts that I appear on, they do it around this time as well. So yeah, it's common.
All right, let me see. In chat, eGamer says, "What's your rarest Skylander?" Some of the E3 ones, like Cinder and the Silver Spyro, are pretty rare. Abe, are you a Skylander guy at all?
Yeah, I mean, I used to. I haven't played most of the current ones, but I think somebody saw my rarest one, which is try to grab it. Which is this guy, which is from Swap Force, I believe, or no, was it Swap Force? It's the Easter Trigger Happy, but it's the flocked one, so you can kind of see the detail.
Oh yeah,
because I know there's two versions of him, and I believe there was only one flocked Trigger Happy per box shipped to Toys R Us, so it's like each store had about one of these. So I was fortunate to get it, but Yeah, I think he's one of my rare ones. I know I have others. I just don't have them on display. Unfortunately, they're boxed up somewhere.
Yeah, the problem with the the Skylanders and the rares is the glue that is on the packaging. Like my Cinder, it is one of the rares. I have like a purple or variant Cinder, and the glue just like came undone. So like
Oh yeah, in the box, right?
yeah, like open, and I didn't do anything at all. So I don't really know the correct way to store those. Maybe you got to have a little safety pin or something to kind of keep the glue tight.
I think I had like the red crystal. I think it was like Drill Sergeant, and yeah, the glue was kind of falling off as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess the other rare one that I have is Boomer, but then they released one in what was it, the Legendaries at GameStop, because they only released one of him. So yeah, Skylanders is fun too.
So we got a quick question in chat from I think this was from James. Wants to know if we're Team Cap, Team Iron Man. Now last night, Lim and I, Bad Gamer, did a whole podcast about Captain America: Civil War, and I stated I was Team Cap. Abe, where do you stand? Are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Yeah, you can tell I'm Team Captain. Team Captain America. Always have been. Captain America is actually my favorite Marvel superhero ever since I was a little kid. I used to love going to the arcade, playing the Marvel vs. Capcom video games and the coin-op machines. No pun intended there. And yeah, I would always play as Captain America. Just loved the way he played, the way he threw his shield and whatnot.
So speaking of rares, I guess Gamer Family wants to know what your rarest Funko is. You're a Funko guy too, right?
Yeah, I am a Funko guy. Unfortunately, I'm kind of downsizing on Funko, but I did get rid of one of my rarest, which was it was the Planet Arlia Vegeta, and that was a Toy Tokyo exclusive. It just, I wanted to give it to somebody who would appreciate it more, because I'm not a huge Dragon Ball fan, but it did fetch me a pretty penny. It was close to about $400. So, but for now, I think I'll probably answer that question saying which one is the one I enjoy the most. I'm a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan. I feel like I'm giving you guys a tour today, but I have my, kind of hard to see here.
You're like mobile here.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it here because of the angle, but I have my Guardians of the Galaxy pops down here, and my prized one is it's a flocked Rocket Raccoon from San Diego Comic-Con 2014. I just huge Rocket Raccoon fan, and he was kind of definitely my favorite pop. One of the pops that got me into the whole collection thing. I will say my first pop that I ever bought was Yoda. And I believe it was also metallic Optimus Prime, and that was a Barnes and Noble exclusive. But I have a bunch more up there. I think I have like the gold is it Aragog, whatever, the dragon or whatever, from The Hobbit. So yeah, just tons of Funko Pops.
Sweet. I've got a small Funko Pop collection. When I see the lines at conventions at Funko, I walk the other way now. It's like a big turnoff for me. I mean, I want to have some of those convention exclusives, but generally, if you're patient enough, they'll resurface again on like Hot Topic, or somebody will have them at Frank. We have a thing called Frankenson, which is like a weekly kind of nerdy convention thing and stuff. So that's a good place to get kind of pops. Vinyl pops also.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, it used to be a lot easier to get them. Now it's just so difficult. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, the commons are everywhere. It's just, the rares that people chase down quickly and stuff. So,
yeah.
So all right. So I want to get into our third topic, Disney Infinity. So Abe and I became buddies, I guess, through Disney Infinity, meeting up at E3 or D23 or one of those. And we've talked a lot and compared notes. I watched DisKingdom mostly to check out what they have to say on the news, upcoming stuff with the Disney Infinity news and leaks and reviews and stuff like that. Are you a Disney Infinity expert, Abe?
I think I am, as far as the items go and the games go. Toy box, not so much, because I just don't have the patience. I think I worked on a toy box for like 5-6 hours, and I loved it, and then I just saved it, submitted it. When I opened it up, it didn't work. It was all broken, so it just kind of detoured me from building another one. But as far as the figures go and what they do and the play sets? I think so. I think I'm very knowledgeable there. And what's to come and whatnot.
Blu-ray Dan says all those video game talks makes me want to get back into gaming. Yes, Dan, you should take a stack of your Blu-rays. Dan has like 5,000, whatever. He's got a whole bunch of Blu-rays. Take a stack of your Blu-rays you're not watching or care about. Trade them in to get PlayStation 4 and some Rocket League and some Disney Infinite Skylanders and all those. And also, I see my buddy the 8-Bit Theater, aka the Asian Guy Gamer, is in chat. So shout outs to him. Maybe we'll try and get him on a upcoming podcast as well. So let's talk. So the Jungle Book movie came out last week. It's got a lot of hype. Everybody's digging it. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it. Abe hasn't seen it, but I was like, you know what? I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. So I thought, hey, well, let's play some of the featured toy boxes this week. There was, the Disney Infinity TV show, Toy Box TV, kind of featured 5 of the play sets. So I wanted to kind of talk about that to you guys. So let me name them off first. We got the Hire for Hire is blue fighting pirates and a giant airplane. Mowgli's Jungle Run is an endless runner. Jungle Book Dash is sort of a rail grinder through the jungle. The great Mowgli's Rescue, recreation from the movie Saving Mowgli and from King Louie. The Jungle Book Cub Rescue looks like a lot of combat with a speed run in there. Is kind of that's my recap, as I was sort of watching the episode. So did you get a chance to check any of these out here?
I did play a few of them. Hire for Hire, a good personal friend of mine, his name is Gerardo. His game is like Art is Infinite, I believe is his gamer tag. But he made a version of the Aqueduct. I mean, is that what it's called? The Sea Duck. The Sea Duck. I said the Aqueduct for some reason. And that's Baloo's plane in the cartoon series Tailspin. So he put logic to it. He made it fly. It was awesome. It kind of made you feel like you were like watching an episode of Tailspin. Then it just sends you to fight off a bunch of pirates, which was, something we're used to, which is cool. But that was a cool toy box. There's 2 others that reminded me of the mobile game Mowgli's Run, and I think that's what inspired those toy boxes. It's kind of like, do you guys remember those games? Like, was it like Pitfall or Pit Runner or whatever? It's like a mobile game where he was constantly running and you just avoid obstacles or whatnot. Disney released their own version, which was Mowgli's Run. And those toy boxes were similar. You're avoiding obstacles, collecting tokens, and getting points and whatnot. I didn't play the the recreation of basically, was it like Mowgli's Rescue or whatnot? Because it kind of had a few spoilers in there, so I avoided it. I know how the Jungle Book goes. I've seen the animated classic, but the new reworkings, the new movies that they make live action, they usually add a little twist or something to them now. So I kind of don't want to know what that is until I see it. But other than that, they're just great toy boxes. I mean, there's a lot of great toy box builders out there. They have way more patience than I do, so power to them. But no, they were a lot of fun. But again, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but my buddy Gerardo did an awesome thing by putting that Sea Duck in there. It just paid a huge homage to Tailspin, and I love that.
Yeah, that was one of the ones I liked a lot. That was the Hire for Hire with a plane, and then Drop, and it was a bunch of pirates and stuff. That one I played for a little bit. The only thing that was weird is I was like on water fighting, because like you could walk on water and you're like battling pirates standing on water. That was the only thing that was a little strange. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we still don't have that. I mean, maybe with the Finding Dory playset, it'll introduce somehow water, but and make it work properly.
Yeah, it felt like I was like on ice or something. The other one that was interesting, I think it was Jungle Book Dash. That was like a rail grinder thing, but it was weird because like you couldn't really see the tracks, so you were sort of like skipping left and right, trying to sort of avoid walls and obstacles and hit the orbs, the balls, whatever they call them.
It looked like you were like floating sometimes, right?
Yeah, like you couldn't see the tracks really. So like I feel like maybe it needed a skateboard or surfboard or something in there to give you some sort of idea of what was happening. But that was pretty smooth. I mean, that was that one was pretty fun too. I was impressed there.
Yeah, the high score, the leaderboard thing kept you wanting to keep playing it over and over again. So that was a cool little feature that they added to that toy box. So yeah, absolutely.
The Asian Guy Gamers in chat, he says, I don't give shout outs anymore. Everybody wants a shout out. Everybody wants a shout out. Shout me out. Shout me out. Shout outs to Ozzy, Danny Lee, Jose, Manly Man, Yap, Psy Gaming. Who else is in there? Perfected Darkness was asking if I'd ever get K-Wing, I think, earlier on the show. Yeah, me and K-Wing are buddies, so maybe we'll make that happen. This is kind of a new thing. I'm just, testing the waters, seeing what's up. As a podcaster yourself, Abe, what is a good tip? What do I need to know?
About podcasting in general?
Yes. You're coming up on. So if you guys don't follow DisKingdom, they're coming up on their 100th episode. That is a big deal. So give me a tip.
Perfect tip is make sure you have the proper devices, you have the proper cables and great internet connection. Because otherwise it's going to be jumpy, glitchy, or whatnot. And also, if you have a really good mic, make sure you mute at the proper times, because sometimes you might need to get a yawn in there or a burp because you ate something. So make sure you mute, because some people don't want to hear that. But no, just have fun. Honestly, to be honest with you, it's great. Just speak your mind, and hopefully there's people out there who will listen to it. Luckily we've moved up in the iTunes downloads, because there's actually people who like to hear us talk about Disney Infinity, which I was surprised. I was like, hey, thanks guys. But no, absolutely, just have fun with it. Like what you're doing already is bringing on several people, different faces. That's awesome. I think that's going to give you a niche for the podcasting, because you're going to have different faces every single time. So
awesome. Yeah. There's only so much toys I can show on this channel. I
get exactly
some faces and some live be-ins. I tried not to have any Mexican food before this, so hopefully no sounds from my body will creep up onto the microphone. I just bought a new mic, new gear, so I'm taking Abe's advice already. And you guys, I'll put in the archive, I'll put links to their the DisKingdom website and his Twitter and all that jazz. So let's stay on track though with Disney Infinity.
Yeah,
so we talked Jungle Book. So soon we'll see the movie, and soon we'll be able to talk about the Jungle Book movie. Some people in chat were saying it was great, it was awesome. I know a friend of mine just saw it in 3D, and she was like, "Oh my god, it looks so amazing." So I know there is the hype for that. Are you a big fan of the original Jungle Book movie, the animated?
I definitely enjoyed it growing up. I mean, it wasn't one of my all-time favorite movies growing up, because it's just not one that I watch frequently. But it's definitely a good one. I really enjoyed it. It's a classic for sure. Yeah.
So let's talk. All right. So we know we do have a couple of things coming out for Disney Infinity, like Alice in Wonderland and Finding Dory and stuff like that. I know some of you talked about already on sort of your show and stuff, but maybe some people are new to hearing about this and stuff like that. So out of that, so we got 3 new Alice in Wonderland figures. No play set that we know of, and then Finding Dory will have a play set, and we think so far 2 figures that we know of. Am I caught up to speed on Disney Infinity 3.0 hype and rumors?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we'll start in the order that you just gave them off. Definitely we have Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter, or I said Alice from Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton version. You have the Mad Hatter and Time from the new Tim Burton movie. And all 3 of those are going to be toy box only. They look really cool. Alice does look a little similar to the classic version, but she does have her original dress from the first Tim Burton movie. So it's kind of like a nice little compromise there. The Mad Hatter is definitely the Johnny Depp version. Now our 3rd Johnny Depp figure, because we do have Jack Sparrow.
What is Disney Infinity's obsession with Johnny Depp? Why are we getting a 3rd one?
Honestly, I think it's just Disney in general who's fascinated with Johnny Depp. But I don't know. I mean, his characters are pretty awesome. He does a good job, so I feel like he brings personality to the characters, and obviously it fits for Disney Infinity. The one that surprised everybody though is Time. And that one's played by Sasha. I can't say Sasha Cohen or whatever.
Borat.
Yeah, we'll say. Yeah, we'll call him Borat. Yeah, and his character looks awesome. If you want to have a good idea as how the way he plays, there is a toy box toy you can use, which is like a hero battle. No, I'm sorry, a villain battle, and he's actually a villain you can fight, so you can kind of get an idea what he's going to look like in game. Then let's jump forward to finding Dory, which is the actual Pixar playset is coming. We do know that we're going to get 4 playsets for 3.0 this year. We started off with Marvel Battlegrounds, and we know that the other 3 are going to be Disney Animation, Pixar, and Star Wars. We don't know the Disney Animation one yet, and we do not know Star Wars, although we kind of have a good idea that it's probably going to be Rogue One. But as far as Pixar goes, we know that it's going to be Finding Dory because a box of mac and cheese confirmed that for everybody from Walmart. But recently we got a little leak that it seems that we might possibly be getting Nemo. We don't know if it's just those retailers typing it as a mistake by calling it Finding Nemo as opposed to Finding Dory, and maybe we're just grabbing the Nemo on accident and mistaking it for a second figure. But a lot of them have been saying it, so it kind of almost seems like it's going to be Nemo and Dory for sure so far. Do we know if there's going to be any more? I hope so, because if it's just 2 for a playset, we're going back to the 1.0 days where we only had like the Lone Ranger and Tonto as the only 2 playable characters on a playset. But anyways, those are those that you were talking about. We also have a figure that was confirmed last D23, which is Peter Pan. We should be seeing what he looks like in the next Disney Infinity Next segment that they put up, supposedly quarterly. So he's definitely for sure coming. Other than that, we don't know anything as far as specifics go. But I mean, I can only imagine Rogue One characters if you guys have seen the teaser already. Yeah, it's gonna be it's probably gonna be Rogue One.
All right, Abe, got a question for you from Ozzy. Who would win, Cap or Batman?
Captain America versus Batman. Okay, let's see here. I almost feel like it's kind of a similar battle to Batman versus Captain America versus Iron Man, because Iron Man is a guy that has tech. He has all these tech devices, kind of like Batman does. But I'm gonna go with Captain America because he has he had that super soldier serum put into him, and he has super strength and whatnot. So I feel like he has an edge over Batman a bit. Kind of like Superman has an edge over Batman because he's the silver bullet. He's the unstoppable guy. But I don't know. As far as those 2 guys go, I'm gonna give it to Cap. I'm not trying to be biased either because I'm a Cap fan, but Batman's awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Team Cap all the way. I guess it'd be interesting if it came down to if Cap couldn't use a shield and Batman didn't have his utility belt. Who would win? I mean, I guess with the super strength, that would probably lean in the favor of Captain America. Let's see. Jesse Romero says, "Hey Rob," and I'll include Abe as well. Who is your favorite Disney Infinity character? That's something I get asked a lot on my chat, and it's always really hard when you live streaming and playing a game. What's your favorite this? Who's your favorite that? And stuff. But there's just so many. It's hard to break it down. I try and go in a box and be like, okay, this is my favorite a couple of Star Wars figures, my favorite Disney, my favorite Pixar, my favorite Marvel. Do you have it sort of compartmentalized like that?
Yeah, I break it down exactly like that. Definitely Star Wars wise, it will always be Darth Vader, and that's a biased answer because I love Darth Vader. He's definitely my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Marvel, obviously, you already know the answer. Now I do have 2 different Captain Americas to choose from now, but I still prefer the classic. I do like the way the 2.0 Captain America plays. The new one is awesome too, don't get me wrong, and the Chris Evans look is a nice touch and everything, but I still like the original one. As far as Disney goes, ever since I played most of them, I enjoyed playing Maleficent. I just love her attacks. I love the way she flies. I felt like she was definitely a nice little touch for Infinity to bring in. And I guess since they're starting to divide them into 4s now, because now they're also talking about Pixar separately now as opposed to the way they used to bunch it. For Pixar, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to choose. I think I want to say anger. Anger. He's just.
Anger.
I just love the way he looks and.
Yeah, Anger's real fun and great
Yeah.
in the movie as well, Inside Out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think I like him. He's definitely my favorite one.
All right, now sticking on the battle here, fisticuffs or shots fired. The 8-Bit Deer, aka the Asian Guy Gamer, wants to know who would win, Anna versus Ilsa. So take it away, Abe. Anna versus Ilsa. Who would win that battle?
Anna versus Elsa? Is that a serious question?
This is the shots fired, right?
Well, okay. Well, if we give we're gonna give Anna maybe like Iron Man's Mach 7 to wear just to give her a fair chance. but no, definitely Elsa. I think if we're talking about them fighting, Elsa has the ability to freeze her. She almost killed her in the movie. If you guys remember that.
So to my knowledge, Anna doesn't have any powers at all, right? I mean, the power of persuasion.
She has the power of clumsiness. That's the power she has.
So hands, I would agree that Ilsa, just shoot a snowball at her, freeze her, something like that. And and Ilsa's great to play. I wish there was a frozen playset. That and the Big Hero 6 are probably the two.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah, missed opportunities. Still time though. JV and all the John Blackmore and all the Disney Infinity people. There's still time to make us happy. Come out with those play sets, right?
Absolutely. Zootopia would have been awesome as well. Everything.
Yeah, Zootopia would have been good as well. So let me see if there's any other parting things. Ozzy says Anna has the power of love. I say Anna, I'm from the East Coast, but Anna has the power of love. I guess, and I guess in the Disney Infinity game, like Olaf is pretty powerful also. So who would Olaf side with? Would he go with Anna or Ilsa? Who would Olaf team up with?
Who would Olaf team up with? That's a good question.
If you had to back somebody,
I think Olaf would team up with Hulk and Thor, and they're going to be in Asgard trying to face off Thanos for Ragnarok or something. I don't think he'd be taking a side between those two. He'd probably take a side somewhere else. But Anna and Elsa, he'd be impartial. He wouldn't fight with anybody.
So cool. Awesome. Well, Abe is on DisKingdom.com, on their YouTube, their website, their Facebook, all these fun things. I'll put links to that in the description below. This is a live and interactive podcast that I'm doing. I don't know quite the schedule. This is the third one. I'm very excited to sort of have some people watching in the chat and some of my friends jumping on and talking with me. Abe, hopefully you had a good time. Did we miss anything? Are you going to jump off and play some Rocket League now after this?
I was playing Battlefront before, and obviously I played a little bit of Infinity as well. But I think I might jump onto Rocket League right now because I just don't feel like playing anything else right now.
Nice. Well, we're going to take a little break on the podcast. Maybe come back next week and grab some people and get them involved. But tomorrow, Saturday, I'll be live streaming 12 o'clock Pacific Coast time and probably Sunday also. So, we stream at 12 o'clock Pacific Coast time, some gameplay, and then at night I'm sort of doing the podcast is sort of the thing. So thanks a bunch, all you guys, for coming and checking things out. I'll let Abe give a little wave, give him a thumbs up and a follow as well. And I guess we'll see you guys next time. Thanks a bunch for watching. Later.
Thanks, everybody.